We're going live.
Yes.
We are live, I believe. And if anybody's listening, we are. So let's get some of the boys and girls, hopefully, and give them the link.
I turn off now for a short time my microphone off because I have to search for music for my next video, right? So I hear you.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay. Yep. No problem. Yep. I have no video. It hasn't taken over. Communications, voice, communications. DroidCam. That's why he's on DroidCam. Okay. And here we are. So, bye-bye.
Beats, but I'm not here to promote that stuff. I already got it.
Hello, mate. We're live.
Hello, Gav.
You all right? Oh. God, I look a mess. We lost Gav.
Maybe he comes back in a few minutes.
Quite possibly, yeah. I set my my webcam is not very not very good, but I've set my mobile phone up to take pictures, as in be my webcam if I need to. But if we can get some of the Russian guys on, and some of probably the mainstream people, we might be able to mix it. So what have we got? We've got that. We have showcase, whatever that is. Question and answers. Cameraman. I'm just going through the control room. Sorry.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing, guys?
Okie dokie. We're live. We're on air.
Alive. Woohoo! So what's the subject matter?
Well, I think the subject matter is let's go live.
Right.
It's about time.
I'll see where it goes.
And see how it goes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so, bud.
Cool.
I think so. Don't you?
Cool. Yeah. It's fine by me, mate. How you doing, Darius? You alright, buddy?
Yes, I'm fine, and you?
Yeah. You know, getting along. Don't really like Sundays, but it's almost over. Woohoo!
Neo sent me an email. What's going on there?
Okay. I thought more people may have taken it. Oh, now it's on flipping Pal Talk.
Say again.
Yeah, he's just asked me for it on Pal Talk. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Is that Amiga? Where do we start? What do we do? We haven't choreographed it, so. Sounds like Amiga.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. There's no structure. It's just like, boom. Yeah, we could do
Well,
with setting up something with structure, you know, with a subject, and probably go from there, you know.
Well, if we all gather a piece of paper and a pen, because it's only 2 articles, yeah? If we can do that, then we can write down as we go what we do. So this is a rough draft, isn't it? This hangout.
It's like a trial, yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone's coming in and's got suggestions, we kind of know where we're going, and we've all got different. There's not a word for it anymore, is there? Really, we could say theories or philosophy or whatever.
Different perspectives.
Yeah. So if we just grab a pen and take note of how we might structure things. I mean, I came up with. Well, I did, I suppose. With doing the symbolism with regards to the circles and learning the meanings of the symbolisms. So we know that we want to do that.
Yeah.
Or I know that I want to do that. I don't know whether you guys want to do that. I don't know about Darius, because Darius hasn't been involved with the drawing of the circles, etc. And we need to get Charlie Ann in here actually.
Yeah. Sure.
So
have you tried?
I'm gonna IM her now.
She's on Skype anyway, so
Yeah.
you know, hopefully her computer is fixed.
So.
That was an eventful 4 hours.
Yeah, I bet, mate. I bet. Well, you can relax now. You can relax and chat.
That's what I'm doing. So, what you been up to, Darius, mate?
What, please?
What you been up to, mate? What have you been doing?
Sorry.
what
Sorry,
what?
sir. Yes, I'm working on the next video, and for the first minutes here, I'm listening to you.
Right, okay, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So who's hosting this then? Are you doing it, Big?
I'm doing it, yeah.
Ah, sweet, man, sweet, cool.
The big picture, beyond measures.
Mhm.
And it's called something like The First, something like that. I thought I'd tell it as it is because I was thinking Take One, but that's too Hollywoodish.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
mean, if it doesn't turn out how we want it, you could always leave it private and give us links to it. So, like, well, I'll probably end up downloading it anyway, so then you can watch it
well,
back and see what
I,
worked and what
I
didn't.
look, yeah. I mean,
You
I
know?
looked at obviously this is the big picture, but I mean, I looked at the beyond measures because it's beyond. Beyond encompasses what we've been talking about. So beyond encompasses death and what's beyond. Beyond encompasses anything else that we can think of that we can't think of, and measures also solidifies that. So measures, I mean, you can measure something, but measures, beyond measures, is, and I thought about this quite a while ago, and I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. And then when, with regards to this actual session, let's call it a session, I thought, oh, Take One, oh, too Hollywoodish. No, let's just call it The First. It is what it is. It's the first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I agree, yeah.
So, let's try and not hold any, cover anything, etc. So, although this is, I mean, this is the first. We're going to get the boys and girls in. Hopefully, is Amigo in touch with you?
He's just let me know that he's going to make a coffee. He has the link and he's going to join after he's made his coffee.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and get hold of Itmar. That he's not online at the moment, so I can't get hold. But I'll send him the link. And I wonder if we can. Well, we don't. It's not. That's the wrong words. But I was going to say, Jack, the Russian guy. We need to at some stage. What's the time in Russia? They're behind us, aren't they?
No, they're in front, aren't they? The time zone
Oh
starts
yeah,
in,
they're
starts
in
in the
front. I beg your
Pacific.
pardon,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Depends,
Timeline,
depends which planet you're on, doesn't it?
Yeah, something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So, Hangouts. Okay, that's for it, Mar. When he wakes. Oh, Neo.
Oh, I was made up this afternoon now. It was, hello, Cynthia.
Charlie Ann.
That's not Charlie Ann. That's Cynthia. Oh, is Charlie coming?
You work it out.
Yeah. Oh, wrong account. Oops. Cynthia. Maybe that's her daughter. Oh, I was going to say something. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Damn. I hate it when that happens. Oh. Maybe.
So how did you find, I mean, obviously you've done Nathan, that sounds wrong, but you were alright with moderating both, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I just had the chats side by side. I could see them all.
Yeah, you're adept at that, aren't you?
Yeah. Two chats on the right, Paltalk on the left, Skype on the bottom left, Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
good. It's good.
Well, I was made up actually. I only put one person into timeout, and that was it. I was quite surprised.
It was clean, wasn't it?
You know, I don't like doing that, but you know, for the benefit of everybody else. Yeah, it was good. Maybe a few hiccups, but I just let them slide. Ah, right. So,
Well, Amiga's on his way in. I've put a link in for Amiga. I know you have.
I think what I'll do is, if we're going to be talking about the circles and things like that, I will get those pictures up of the Matrix of Milk that we got
Yeah, that's a good
from
idea.
our friend Jack from last night.
Charlie Ann's been drawing some as well.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
I've rigged my mobile phone up to be able to take a better vision.
Yeah, you said that earlier, mate. Nice one. And so many pictures.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. Have you come in under the right nick?
I'm on a different computer.
How are you?
Don't work the same.
You know this is live, so you better mind your P's and Q's.
I'll mind my P's. Oh, do I have to?
Or should I have not said that and let you go?
Right, we'll have to get a beat machine.
No, my computer crashed, so I'm on someone else's at the moment.
Oh no. That's
I
the
only
last
have
thing.
one monitor, and it makes me cry because their graphics card doesn't take two monitors for some silly reason. I have to behave. Why do I have to behave?
It's nothing. I'm running on one lane and I got 16 on my graphics card.
Oh well. Yes. So. Hi.
Hello.
And no
So we got-
webcam either. So. Hello.
And no webcam. Yeah.
I'm on someone else's computer. Everything's hooked up to the other one, and that's being fixed, hopefully. It did it.
So where do we start? This is a rough entry, isn't it? This is going to be a rough entry.
Yeah. This is the
Excuse-
trial. This
Yeah,
can be
ex-
like
Use the
0.5.
terminology because I know Charlie Ann likes to make two meanings out of everything.
There is two meanings out of everything, and you put us on
Yeah.
live, so I can't even, point them out anymore.
Sometimes it's more than 2 minutes. You know.
Mhm.
So how are we going to choreograph this? What we're going to do? What would we start off with regards to the knowledge or the information? Let's not call it knowledge. The information that we've got.
I think we gotta sort of start off from a beginning point and move forward. So for those who are watching, they can kind of see how we've gotten where we've gotten.
Where we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Back to the roots.
part of where we've gotten is kind of out there. So
So we've got to tell our story.
Yeah, and still, but we're still only halfway there. So,
Yeah.
all we can do is tell what we know so far. As we learn more down the line, then
Yeah, because we've never.
we'll divulge more. And that's all we can do.
We've never really summarised from being, say, for instance, flat earthers to where we are now, have we?
Not really. The transitions. I think. Yeah.
it's transition because we understand what we understand, and then we moved forward with it. But
So
not
this may be-
everybody is going to end up in the same spot when they move forward with the information of the Earth being flat.
Yeah, exactly.
So this may be good for all of us.
Yeah, of course.
Just to say. So who's going to start off?
So we're in class, and this is a review. No.
Yeah. Tell your story. Tell your story. So because we're not debating the flat Earth, are we? We're debating.
No.
We're not debating anything.
We don't get it.
The Earth is flat. That's that. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's one people need to understand is this hangout is for people that understand it. We're not
Yeah.
debating it. We understand it, and we've moved beyond it. Not
Yeah.
beyond it,
We
but
vlogged it.
with the
Yeah.
new information, we've adapted it and are strolling forward with the information.
Yeah.
So all the fun prove it to me questions, find somebody else to answer them for you. If we bring up stuff, we bring up stuff, but we're not here to convince anybody.
No. You could do with activating the chat next time, mate.
Say again.
The live chat.
I've got it going.
There's a live chat?
What? You've got it going? I don't
Yeah.
see it.
Okay, then we need to sort that out. Well, in actual fact, I mean, obviously this is the first time we've ever done it, so we could do, if anyone's in live chat and knows how
No, there's
to do
nobody
it,
on.
viewers.
The chat isn't there.
Okay, where do we find the live chat if there is a live chat?
There's
Since there
2
is a-
viewers.
What you need to do is go to the Big Picture channel and then click on the live video that's on now.
So how do we go to YouTube?
The chat doesn't come up, mate. It's not active.
Okay, okay. So Q&A, so if I go to Q&A, oh, no. Hang on, I'll reload it. 4 viewers. And
Are we
we'll
the
try
4
and do our
viewers?
best. We are learning. This is the very first time we've ever done this.
Do we count as the viewers? Or are there actually 4
Yeah,
people?
that'll be us then.
I am one of them, yeah. I don't know
We
why.
are the viewers.
I don't need to now because there's no chat.
Okay, this is a silly question. Do I
So,
have?
click the select
am I
button to
subscribed to
answer
you?
a question. Okay, so the chat should be live now, because it's coming up here live. Click the select button, shows the audience which question you're answering, and bookmarks it in the video for later. Okay, so if I select it, okay, we're learning, boys and girls. Trying to. Anyone can do this. This is the message out there.
Get me a link to your page.
Page of what?
I'm not subscribed to you.
Doesn't matter.
Oops.
I'm not subscribed to you either.
I'll call it
Get a
there.
spanking
There
later.
you
No.
go.
I think the message is that anyone can do this, can't they? So, and if we can do it, then anyone can do it. That's the message.
Need to persevere, that's all.
Yeah. And we need chat to help us out if they know what they're doing more than we do.
Yeah, well, I think to activate it now, mate, I think you'd have to restart the whole thing again.
I activated it at the beginning. I did activate it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've just refreshed it.
It isn't there.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It initiates with the Hangout, and
Yeah, that's what I did.
you can check if the chat's there before you actually press the go
Okay,
live button.
I have YouTube open and I don't see a chat window. So.
Sazza.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, this is the same problem that Patricia had when she started the Flat Earth and the Hot Potatoes. I think it was about a month with no chat, even though she insisted that she activated it. It just wasn't showing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we may not have any chat. Is it a crime?
Do you have to activate it when you start
yeah,
it, or can he try to reactivate
Well,
it?
I think people would have questions, wouldn't they? And you know, it's
Very true. Yeah, very true.
kind
It's
of
good
easier to watch the chat than.
Hang on, let's go into control
because
room.
I
Here we
think
go.
only you can see the Q&A. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I can click it and see it.
I could see the Q&A. I've just gone into control
I can
room.
see. Yeah, I can see. We've got Pedro. Hello, Pedro.
We should all be able to see Q&A, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we can all see that.
Yes.
So we've got Charlie and Gav. We got the system protest in German. And myself. Okay, so that's the control room.
Well, someone
Q&A.
wrote I'm here, so.
I'm here. Oh, so you can see a Q&A?
Yeah, from the Hangout.
It's just myself that can't see. Pedro. Yeah, Pedro.
Yeah, you see it.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, so fantastic. Thank you, Pedro.
Hello, Pedro.
We are just mucking about at the moment to start off with. We will get into discussion. And we'll probably get to discuss where we've gone from the flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Good man. From the flat Earth to where we are now, which is beyond measures.
Yes.
Okay, have you all got chat now? Q&A.
I have Q&A open, yes, but I don't have a chat open.
No, I don't have a chat either. Do we need a chat?
No, we can
Chat.
deal with
Oh,
questions.
I got a chat. Yeah, just press the blue one for chat,
Is
and
there
then press the Q&A afterwards.
you have to go back and forth.
Q&A, questions and answers. Questions and yeah, you got it. Okay. You've muted yourself. Okay, where do we start? I'll start it. I better start it, hadn't I? Flat Earth. Flat Earth became a plateau, I think the word is. A plateau. That's a good way of saying it. I know there's only yourself in there, Pedro, but a plateau, and that's pun intended, for looking into everything else that might be happening.
Mm-hmm.
And previous to that, for myself, I'd been looking into all of the other conspiracies and other information. So I'm from the UK, so there's a lot of information within the UK with regards to things not being quite right. So I looked, as we do, we look into the monarchy. We look into what comes out of the monarchy. So, for instance, I can turn around and say, okay, I looked into the free man movement, which probably a lot of people have done. I've looked into the law, common law, picked up enough information to be able to defend myself. I've put myself in a situation where I should have needed that information, but it didn't happen. And I thoroughly should have needed that information. Really, really, really. But they never came knocking on my door. Never broke any laws. This is maritime law I'm talking about. So with that, and with looking into the monarchy, etc., I then look into other things such as Madeleine McCann. Let's take Madeleine McCann. That's a big one. And we all know there's something wrong there. But I was also looking into numbers. I was also looking into randomness. And wherever randomness took me, it took me into a path. It kept taking me down a path, and I couldn't get away from it. Could not get away from it. How vehemently I pushed myself towards randomness. I kept coming along the same path, and that was into scriptures, that was into the Torah, that was into the Bible, that was into whichever kind of strange writings. I'll call them strange writings. That's a good way of saying it. Strange writings. So I hit the road, and then one day Flat Earth hit me. And then after that, after being on the Flat Earth for only a short period of time, I said, no, we can't stay here. Can't stay on the Flat Earth. We have to go further. And that's a natural thing. We've got to go further. And it may well be because things came to me, which things come to everybody else. They do come to you. Things come to you. It's a natural occurrence. They have to come to you. If you're searching, things will come to you. Depending on, not depending on, but possibly depending on how long you've searched. So possibly. So if you've researched more, you've probably got a lot of information coming to you, and you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together, because that's what I find. It's just unstoppable, and that's the power of it. So we move from the flat Earth to looking into, and the obvious question is, well, what the blooming hell's going on? What is this that we're looking into? If it's flat, what the devil's going on? And with an open mind from previous research, we are able to dissect the information that we've got. I tend to put things in corners. I put biblical and scriptures in clouds, you know, the thinking clouds, and I bring them in later on because I'm not a religious guy, although I was born a Christian, apparently, christened. I just that's the way I do things. I could do better, my school report said. On all my school reports, could do better. I say fuck them. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's where I'm at, and it's from sorry, it's from being a normal layman. That's where I'm from, being a normal layman. You know, working on building sites, etc., etc., gaining knowledge, and we're now looking into something which isn't out there on the mainstream. The Russian boys and girls are doing it, but we can't understand them.
Mm-hmm.
There is, we've all seen the flower of life and the seed of life, but this is different. It's as if they've put the seed of life and the flower. To me, it's as if they've put the seed of life and the flower of life out there as a cover-up.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, a total cover-up. Total cover-up. But they've hidden the way to draw it properly, to start drawing it properly. And the way to draw it properly is on the cross of the paper. So you fold the paper in half and you fold it the other way in half. That's your cross. The symbology of, say for instance, the Illuminati, again, the Illuminati, is what people want to believe it to be. But when we start going into the possibility of the real meaning of what these guys and girls out there are using in the wrong way, then we come up with some answers. We're delving into things that people don't talk about in English. They're talking about it in Russian, and it makes me wonder about the Cold War. Because the Cold War was a fluff, as far as I'm concerned. It was a fluff about nothing. So they were hiding something. And the information, and with the technology we've got now, the information is coming across to all of us. We've all got our different perspectives on things, and that's a good thing, because we can all cross-reference, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
As well as drawing, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. So that's my brief. If someone else wants to take up from that, go for it.
Well, I don't know. I guess my story all started with finding out about 9/11 and how it's just a complete and utter farce. And, you know, that's led me through conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy. And, you know, eventually you realise that they're just all the same, aren't they? You know, they're just, it's like a game. And, you know, after six years of that, I come across the old flat Earth, and you know, I watched the video, and it didn't really make sense to me because, you know, the ego gets in the way. So what I've done then is I've kind of left it alone for 6 months after watching a debunked video, of course. You know, we all see those, don't we? I came across it again, started watching videos, and this time it made sense. You know, it all made sense, and that just made me dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And you kind of get to a stage where, you know, everything inside your brain it's happy. You know, your brain's happy because you've found things that have explained the phenomena that occurs in the world. Not everything, of course, you know, the southern stars are still an issue. But apart from that, it's pretty much sorted in my mind. And then, as you say, we came across these Russian guys that, well, actually, it was Itmar, wasn't it? Yeah, our friend Itmar. We came across Itmar and had lengthy discussions with Itmar, and it kind of come to the realization that, that all of the language and everything that used to be is all derived from these drawings, Our friend Jack last night told us it's called the Matrix of Milk. Which, I'm still dwelling on that. I still need to dig deeper and find out why and all that. It's still relatively new information. But, you can see all the ancient language, like how it used to be in Russia. It seems to all be derived from Russia, doesn't it, really? And it's all found within these drawings of the circles. I mean, our friend Jack told me last night, he says, it's necessary to have a sheet of paper which is of A4 format at a density of 200 grams per meter cubed and a lead HB 0.5 millimeter pencil.
Wow.
I actually haven't told you guys that yet, so there you go. Yeah. So maybe things will turn out a little bit different from what we found after trying that. So yeah, there's something to think on. I think that pretty much sums it up for me.
Does that mean it's my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, Charlie Ann?
I'm an American. I'm living in Europe, and I knew about conspiracies years ago. My dad kind of liked them, but I never really cared. Unfortunately, he wasn't aware about the thoughts about vaccinations, and then I ended up with having a child that got vaccine damage, which put me on the road to actually researching health, nutrition, and then that brings you into the whole conspiracies about vaccinations and big pharma and all that fun stuff. So I've been in this arena for years, and then eventually stumbled onto the flat Earth. Said, "Ooh, what is this? Let's ignore it." So I ignored it for about 2 months, but it kept coming into my feed. So then I looked at it, and it took me about a few months to realize that the ball Earth had no legs to stand on, and wasn't sure about the flat Earth, if it was flat or what it could be. But then a few months after that, I come to the realization with a few things that came to me and observation-wise that said, oh, yeah, it's flat, okay. And started looking around and found these guys. Started moving forward from there. And they've all explained the whole, circles and stuff. Or we'll get there, but, meeting other people and symbolism and, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get more into it, but, that's a basic enough, intro.
Yeah, because you've got other depths, haven't you? You've got
a lot of other depths, yeah.
Yeah. And we've all got different aspects of what we've looked into, so it should be an interesting portal. Is that a good word? Off of Easter Island, as I think.
Yeah. Health, nutrition, spirituality, alchemy. There's more to it.
And that was System Protest's problem. Problem? System Protest, a portal off of Easter Island. Omega's here, good.
Oh, what guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Darius, System Protest. Are you gonna say hello to the world? System Protest.
Hello to the world.
introduce yourself. That's what we're doing right now. We're kind of all introducing ourselves.
We're just saying how we got where we are today.
Is the system about to say hello?
Not that you need to. But Amiga,
Yo.
yo, how did you get where you are today?
God. Hey. That's a question, isn't it, eh?
Is your field?
Huh?
Am I right in saying that your field is more? You've got more knowledge on the religion side. Not that you're religious, but you've got more knowledge on it than myself.
Yeah, I guess Gnostic scriptures, stuff like that. Oh wow, what a question. Yeah, but oh, Big, you put me on the spot.
Well, we were talking the other day.
We've all been put on the spot today.
We were talking yesterday about the 36, 36, and 108 triangle.
Yeah, I know, buddy. Yeah, I've found. Oh wow, I've found some of that Russian writing in another place that you might be interested in.
Okay.
That might be more interested in how I got here.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
You know Oak Island, don't you? The Money Pit. Have you heard of that? Templar
Where is it?
thing.
Where's that at?
Nova Scotia. It's where they reckon they buried the Templar treasure.
Right, okay.
You know, there's excavations and stuff on there. They reckon that the main bit is in a place called the Money Pit, and there's a stone that they dug up. It's about, I think, 90 foot down. There's an inscription on the stone, and it's the same writing as that crazy Russian stuff.
Oh, is it? In
Yeah.
Scotland? Or off of Scotland?
That's it, yeah. Well, it's off of America, Nova Scotia. But they went from Scotland, yeah.
Have you got a link or pictures or something?
Well, I've got the drawn inscription in front of me on a piece of A4 paper. I traced it off the computer years ago, because I often thought that this stone was the actual treasure, because they reckon that it translates to 40 foot below this point lies £2 million. And I just think that's a ridiculous thing to have inscribed on a stone. And I always thought that maybe the inscription is what they were hiding, was the treasure. I haven't got a link to it, but if you type in Oak Island Money Pit stone, it will come up, the stone inscription. There is a couple of pictures of it on Google. But yeah, I thought that's strange.
So, I mean, I was going to say, I mean, this is what obviously we've got our way of researching, and everybody else has got their own ways of researching. And if we can put out the way we research, and people in, say, for instance, chat or whatever, can put out the way they research, then we can all interlink and do more research with regards to finding out what the devil's going on. We know it's geometric. That's a fact. We know everything is geometric, so it's where we go from there.
Indeed.
So hence we know we're flat earthers. We know the Earth is flat, but we're trying to figure out when we look, say, for instance, at the globe Earth, and they've got the lines here, there, and everywhere that look like the ISS is doing its bit. They mean something else, because I have this saying: look for the opposite in all you find. Look for the opposite. You know, the world is a globe. No, it's not. It's freaking flat. So
Wow.
it's as simple as that.
Agreed. You know how you like drawing your circles, Big? You like doing the flower of life and stuff?
Yep.
It's not the flower of life.
It's not the flower of life, no.
Metatron.
It's not the seed of life, it's not the flower of life. It's a cross in the paper. You fold the paper in half, and then you fold it in half again.
Yeah. Have you?
Matrix of milk or something like that.
Charlie Ann's been doing some drawings. So,
Matrix of milk, yeah, that's right.
I mean, we all have, but yeah, and that's what Jack said, wasn't it? The Matrix of Milk, which from Russian, probably means the source, doesn't it?
I'll show you. I'll show everybody what it is.
Are you going to do it?
Oops. Yeah. Pull away. Thank you. Alright. Do you see?
It's hard to decipher.
So that's the
because it's
base.
all in Russian.
They're not in
Can
order or anything like that, but
Huh?
this is our friend Jack.
Hey, Joe.
This
These
is
are
the
his,
Russian guy. Present to everyone?
it
That's
should be, yeah. It should
Yeah,
already
I've
be
done it. I've done present to everyone, so presumably that's the correct way we do things.
Hmm. I see it.
So this is different from the seed or the flower of life.
Yeah, well, I assume that each one of these drawings has got a name, but because of the language barrier, we're going to have to translate it. Get our friend Itmar to translate, and if there is a word for it in English, anyway.
Okay.
We took
Should-
a day trying to look for English translation for all this
If you
information.
if you go back to the picture that you showed just before that.
Oh, that one.
No, the other one. Oh, that one. Yeah, that's the best one. Oh, not the cross.
No, that one.
That one. That's a perfect.
Okay.
That's a perfect. Now I'm going to try and explain what I know of it. So, because we are drawing these by hand, we're not doing it in computer. When you draw these in computer, they are precise. The computer does it precisely. So, what happens is if you notice this picture is drawn by hand, and it's not perfect. If you look to the left, it's sticking out more than the right, let's say, for instance. Slightly. Just slightly. But if you look at the flowers, the people that are listening, if you look at the flowers or the petals they're not perfect. This has been drawn by hand. This has been drawn by hand from the compass. So you get a compass and you take your little pinky finger, your little finger on the end, and you take the middle part of your finger. That middle part of your finger is actually a square.
Yeah, squareness. Yep.
Yeah, that's coming from you, your energy. It's your input, your intent. It's the only part, as far as I'm aware, I might be corrected here, but it's the only part on your body that is a square. So if you measure it width or diameter, width or depth, it's going to be a square from point to point. Unless, of course, we've been overeating or something like that, or we've not been eating enough. So it's a square. That's where you take the radius of the compass. And then from that radius you start drawing circles. But you start drawing circles from the cross of the paper. So you fold the paper in half one way, and then you fold the paper in half the other way. We're trying to get this information out to people. We don't know exactly what it means, but by gold, there's stuff coming out of this that is far beyond what we've ever seen before. So it goes. So, for instance, if we do it by computer, it's 2D. If we do it by hand, it goes 3D. It has depth. It shows pictures. It shows pictures of birds, bears, all sorts. It shows pictures of fairy tales. This is where they're saying that fairy tales came from. And there is a PDF book that we can pop in the link for people to have. And when you look at the pictures, and if you remember the pictures when you were younger, or remember back, when you focused on the picture and defocused on the picture, you could see something else within that picture. This is what we're talking about. And if when we put the link in for this PDF book, you can do that, and you can see it, and you'll see things like a bear as a mountain, but when you focus in, you see the monk, which is what I saw.
Yeah.
There's black cats, all sorts in this fairy tale book from this what's called a universal language, universal, which is about harmonics. So it's about harmonics and the universal life of man. So it's about the forgotten or lost language that has been covered up, has been taken away from us. All of our language most of our languages are backwards. I mean, we can obviously see that within regards to certain languages where they read from right to left. So we're being told that we're wrong, which is obviously we have to say yes or no. And if we say yes, we're wrong, then we look further. If we say no, then we disregard it and we go no further. So we have to say yes to go further. We have to start drawing these things. So getting back to the hand drawings, if you were to draw one way and draw it another the same, it will come out differently. And the reason behind that is because you're putting you've got your compass point. You've also got your crossover lines where the pencil or pen draws the crossover lines. The crossover lines are a certain width. So let's say, for instance, I like to say that they're 9, but I've been told they're 10. But that may be a contradiction. But it's easier for me to explain that the width of the lines is 9 because you've got 1 to 9 and the center is 5. And you can't hit 5 every time because you're a human being. You're natural, which means that there is error in, or naturalness in, the way you draw. And you're putting your focus, your energy into the point of that compass, and that compass point is 1. So your 1 is going into 1 to 9. On the crossover points, if you had 2 circles and a Vesica Pisces, you'd have two crossover points. And that crossover point is 1 to 9. That's the easiest way I can explain it. And you can't hit dead center every time. So when you look at this picture, you see that the left side possibly is slightly more skewed than the right side. It looks it to me. And the more you draw out, the more comes out of the picture. Now, here's the thing. As I said, bears, owls, other birds. I've had birds come out of mine, and I've only been doing it for a little while, very little while. But I've seen other drawings that a chap called Itmar Karvonen. He's from Finland, lives in Estonia, speaks 4 different languages, including Russian and other pigeonhole languages. He's a very intelligent chap, and he's built very intelligent things, including energy. But I digress. So going back to the drawings, we are putting our energy into the 1 point of the compass. When we draw the circles, there is error. It is natural. And out of those drawings, when we cross the paper, so you cross the paper so that you got your cross, you start with your first circle in the middle of the cross, and then from there on you've got 4 points from the cross. It's different from the seed or the flower of life. You've got 4 points, and you work your way around that, and you create toruses, or vortexes, I beg your pardon. You create a vortex. So you create a vortex, and you carry on, and you create more. That's the basics, and that's the basics behind the symbology and missing language, the universal language that is supposedly what we as human beings are missing. Harmony.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Okay, so that's the best I can kind of describe it without going any further.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone wants to kind of take up on that.
I wish I'd have prepared and actually showed the like what you were talking about as you were talking about it. That's a bit of a bummer, but it can be done in the future.
Yeah. This is a rough draft. This is the first, but we're going beyond flat Earth. Basically, we're going. We know we know something's wrong. I mean, it could be a bloody torus or a toroidal situation. We don't know, and a flat Earth in between. I mean, if we look at the primer fields with a positive and negative toroid, then it screams flat Earth in between.
Mm-hmm.
And Itmar, if Itmar was around and he showed his computer drawing that he drew before, well, he says it came to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It came to me, and he's got the egg in the middle, which is surrounded by magnetite in the middle and magnetic filings around the outside of the magnetite. So it does go deep, and that may be way over everybody's head that's listening. I know we've got a few listeners, but it may be well over everybody's head at the moment. But it will come together if we can chat and carry on chatting. I think it has to, doesn't it?
Yeah. Has anyone noticed what the people are actually doing in the uploads that you sent me with the Russian alphabet with regards to the shapes of the letters that the people are making?
Do we want to get that up on screen? The alphabet.
The old school one, not the new looking one.
Yeah, the big one, the high resolution one.
The oldest looking one.
Isn't there a smaller resolution to the high resolution one, so you can get the whole thing in? Or do you want to show it?
That one.
You got it, Gav?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So can we zoom in on the plus sign, Gav? Are you able to do that? Top left.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay. So you've got the plus sign. So the plus sign, you've got that is in actual fact an A. But because we know about, well, we kind of know about the plus sign. We don't know everything. But you've got these 5 lines, 3 prominent lines: the bottom, the top, and the middle, and the ones in between. So what we are, well, the bottom is a lower level. The middle, obviously, is the middle level, and the higher level is the top level. But these signs have information within them, these symbols, and they can be like this, a plus sign, or some kind of alphabet. Now this plus sign actually means A, and it's in the middle, so it's in between. It's not lower, it's not higher, so.
But if you look at the people, if you look at what the people are doing, I've noticed a correlation between the shape of the letter, the movement, and the actual person. So to my mind, it's if Gav could possibly scroll and zoom in on a couple of the peeps, you'll see that I think they're having a bash at spiritual warfare. I think that might be, yeah. I mean, if you could just have a look at perhaps just 5 or 6, just zoom in and just have a look at what the people are up to. Would be awesome. You can see, can't you? I mean, from that I take that as spiritual warfare. But it's, you know, they're light. It's peace. I've looked at this quite intently, and what I find funny almost is that you can't find anything. You can't find any demonic forces. There's no one with a dog's head or a horse's head like the Nephilim and stuff. And look at that, all the spirals and the movement. There's definitely a correlation between that and the nurturing.
Yeah, it's like the symbols telling a story as well.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a caring story. It's 2 people nurturing a child. Assuming it's not a sacrifice. I mean, I don't think it's...
None of it seems lewd at all. It's
you got it.
No, it's all nice.
There you go. It just seems passable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is quite rare to come across something, because 9 times out of 10 you can trace it back to certain bloodlines and names, and it just falls under that 1% bracket.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're still learning, aren't we, what these mean? So.
Yeah, but look at that. It looks like the spirit coming in and spinning around in the earth and then blessing the guy, and someone's got his hands out offering, and it just looks like a nice day, you know? Good day on the farm. No one got killed.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah. You know, this guy's just having a stretch look, but it's involving some energies and these, yeah, more energies and vortexes spinning around. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And this is what I can't get my head around is, can you imagine if they had this on a board at school and they said this is just something that happened, look at this guy. I mean, you can see there's a clear link to it. It's the shape, it's the movement, and there is a thing with the players in the game, it's hand signals, isn't it? Whether they're up, down, you're making a cross, devil sign, whatever your flavour is.
Yeah.
It's where they've got their hands.
Yeah, it'd just be really nice to know what they all mean, you know?
Well, I think Gav, you hit the spot the other day when Ramtix asked you if you had any questions, and you said, well, not really, because we just need the full package now. We know this is something we want to learn.
Yeah.
So we lost big. Oh, no.
You know, it's the language barrier. If we could overcome the language barrier, then maybe things would become a lot more clear to all of us. But because of it, we're kind of at a hurdle, and we're struggling to get over it because we need to learn what all of these mean.
That's it. We need it written out, don't we? Just clear and simple. Just there it is. There must be something like that. I don't know. I guess not.
I mean, we've looked, mate. We have, and everything we've found has been in Russian or you know or this, and it's just like, you know, wow, it looks incredible, but we don't have a bloody clue what it means.
Yeah.
So if anyone watching this knows,
I mean,
they have some
is it?
information in English, feel free to share.
Yeah, definitely.
We took a long time looking around, and we've come up with nothing to translate this stuff into English.
I'm looking for a date. Does anybody actually know a date? I don't think we've actually discussed a date yet, have we? No, we haven't. It's just been there. Yeah, that's another thing too. The date.
Ramtix, isn't it? Yeah.
Definitely no date. It's unfortunate. Big picture. Did you want to go a little bit deeper into some of these?
We lost Big at some point.
Oh,
and
really?
he's off Skype too, so I think he lost connection.
Perhaps his computer finally blew up then. I told him to get the fire extinguisher ready earlier. So, you know, I hope he did that.
His computer was close to blowing up, and mine ended up doing it.
Yeah, you know, him, then you, flipping heck, you know, who's next?
Yeah, I'm on a different computer right now. My computer's downstairs in the
Did you manage to
area of the house.
Have you got it sorted or no?
No, not yet. I'm on a different computer right now. I'm on somebody else's machine. It should be up in the next few days. I just can't get a hold of all my files and stuff.
Yeah, it's a pain to transfer.
I have to start looking more things up that I've already, you know, got information on again.
Yeah, I get it. Okay then, well, I'll stop that for now, and when Big comes back, we shall ask him if he wants to go further. Deep down the rabbit hole.
So is there any other rabbit holes people want to talk about, since Big is out in outer space at the moment? Or in the non-outer space?
Stay within the realm of reality, yeah. Well, it's hard to, really, lately, isn't it? Because we just don't know.